Hello, once again. We are back. It is September 6th, and we are back in the lobby with my good friend. We're here at El Pachuco, and it's funny because I was telling my buddy that we were doing this podcast, and he like, hey, I like that. Let's talk about something. So my buddy here flew down all the way from Hawaii. He got here this morning, and he got here at 6 this morning. Went and had breakfast, and we are sitting here. And go ahead, bro. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, man, I'm from Hawaii. Juan Rubalcaba. Originated from El Paso, Texas. Was born in 1975 from my mother, Virginia. Oh, shoot.
He's a wanted man here.
Hold on, man. Hold on. There's his brother right here. My brother, Chris Perez. I'll call him
well,
right
yes.
back. Let me decline that real quick.
Oh.
Anyway, so, I was a transplant from El Paso to Hawaii in 1983. My mom was from Santa Ana. My grandfather from Santa Ana.
Oh, I didn't know she was brought up here.
She was brought up here in California.
Really? I never knew that.
Yeah, and then then moved out to El Paso. Grandfather was in the Korean War. He's he's Indian too.
Yeah. Yes.
Right? Indian. He should tell me he was Apache. I don't know some of the stuff he used to tell me, but it was great to hear that kind of stuff, man. And they moved to El Paso.
What part? I know they're over there by a reservation. What's the name of that reservation?
I have no idea, man.
Because
I'm too far away.
Because I used to work at the Indian Center, and my buddy had the same last name as your mom, and I was like, I've never seen that last name anywhere. And then one day, out of the blue, I just asked your mom. I said, "Are you related to this guy?" She said, "Oh, that's my first cousin, Joe." Joe, and I worked with him for like 10 years already.
You know Joe's coming to the wedding, right?
Yes. Don't tell him. We'll see him there.
No, yeah, that'd be funny, man.
Small world.
Small world,
Small
man.
world.
I mean,
Small world. Hold on. Let's see here. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's cool, man. That's sheesh.
Yeah, man. And then so my mom was a old school. They were lowriders in the 72, 73. Then I was born. My dad was they're all cholos and stuff.
So you lived in El Paso.
I lived in El Paso. I was born in El Paso. I lived there until my second grade year.
Wow.
And then that's when they separated.
And then you went to Hawaii.
My mom wanted to get away from my dad, right? So that's when she bounced out.
Yeah.
Because she was involved.
But that was only supposed to be temporary from the story I heard.
Well, we came. I remember having a visit to Honolulu. And then when she came back, and then they were going through their issues, and my aunt said, "You know what? It's time for you guys to move up."
Oh.
So my mom left, and we ended up growing up in Hawaii. So that's how we got there, just to get away, right?
So growing up,
yeah, it was awesome.
I've heard you tell the story like you were always fascinated by Zoot Suits.
Oh yeah, I mean, so what happened was when growing up, I was always asking questions. A lot. My mom was still very directed to like, hey, look, this is because my dad had passed away. My mom was like, hey, your dad used to like this stuff. So she showed me my first lowrider magazine when I was 9 or 10 years old, and I was just awed. I loved it. You know, it just was in my blood to like love lowriding and love it. Like, wow, this is dope, right? So, going through the pages. Right, and imitated a lot of the stuff and what my mom was telling me. Growing up as a Chicano, right, and that's what she was really specific when she said, son, you live in a place that there's no Chicanos here.
Up until I met you there, I had never met anybody that was any type of Chicano anywhere.
I didn't mean anybody either, except me and my sister and my mom. But that's how she was raising us.
Yes.
And she would talk. My grandma was still speaking Spanish to us. My mom was giving me all the slangs, but I was still young. She even told me to crease my dickies when I was fourth grade. I remember she was teaching me how to crease my dickies. So when I went to school, this is how you dress.
Yeah.
And this is how she wanted me to dress. Anyway, so I was going through these magazines, Florida magazine, then I would cut out pictures, right? So you remember you had your folders in the 80s, and there was a clear, it was a clear top, and then I would put a little black electric tape around it to put all the pictures inside, because my folder, I used to show it off.
Yeah.
Right, so everybody, the guys that I was going to school with, they would have surfing, bikini girls, right, to kind of show like their personality, really. That's all.
And you had lowriders.
And I had lowriders, and I had a picture of a Zoot Suiter too in there.
That's
and
crazy.
that was awesome. And then I would draw lowriders, and I would draw this guy. This guy would draw the lowrider. I mean the Zoot Suiter in his suit. And a lot of people were like, "Hey man, you're one of those guys, huh?" Because
one of those guys.
Well, because there were in school, right? In school, I went to Nanakuli. In school, it was Hawaiians, you're Filipino, you're Chinese, you're Samoan. I mean, you could, but I was the only Mexican, you know what I mean? I was
spoke
one
Spanish.
that spoke Spanish, that was walking around like they would see in the movies. But like it was just different, right? So it was very popular.
So years later,
yeah.
It's prom time, and this
Right.
is in the early '90s
This
or
was
middle '90s.
No, this is 1994. So this
Yes.
was 1994 April. My prom was April 10th. I remember.
Remembers the date.
Yeah, I remember it was March. I was looking through the magazine, and I really wanted to represent. I was like, "Damn, man, let me see if I can get a Zoot suit, right? Because I would be cool at my prom." Nobody ever did that at proms in Hawaii, dude. So anyway, so I was like, I wanted a suit, so I called the shop.
Who'd you talk to first? Do you remember?
I think I talked to your grandfather first.
You probably did.
I
He
think
would
I
screen all the
did.
calls before we got him.
I'm pretty sure I did, and then I talked to you, I think.
Yeah.
And then I asked you about it, and you said, "Oh man, no, we
But
can't get."
you called like the week before.
That was 2 weeks in,
and we could.
and there was no way you guys could do it. And I was pretty crushed. I was like,
well,
"Damn, dude."
the mail wouldn't get it there.
No, I mean it wasn't like nowadays, right? Kind of, it's faster now, right? So anyway, so I remember like, "Damn." Dude.
So for some reason,
I told you to say. So you told me, no. So I called and I was talking to you, and I told you to say, "Hey man, I need a suit," and you said, "Oh yeah." So where you calling from? I said, I'm calling from Hawaii," and you were like, "The fuck." There's Mexicans in Hawaii? I remember you saying that, dude. And I was like, "Yeah, dude, I think I'm the only one." And then you started cracking up like Grace laugh, right? That right there, you hear that? That's the laugh.
That's the laugh.
And I always remember that. And then so we hung up, but you did say that you were coming to Hawaii.
And I think in a couple months I said I was coming.
Yeah, because of the lawyer.
And for some reason I thought you had rented one. So I was going through all the paperwork, and I was like, I need his number. And I couldn't find it, but you never rented one. And I totally forgot about that. I was just going through everything. I know his number's here somewhere. So the show comes. It's the first Lowrider show they're doing it, and that's sanctioned by Lowrider Magazine at the Aloha Bowl.
Aloha Stadium.
Yeah, Aloha Stadium in '94. And so we're there at the show. It is blazing hot, and we are in full Zoot Suits. And lo and behold, you come up to me.
Yep, I was out there, and I would see like about 20. I think maybe it was 10.
Yeah, there was about 10 guys.
dudes, right? 10 dudes. They were all sharp. Everybody's sharp.
We went on stage.
There was, I think, somebody performed, some
Kid
rapper.
Frost was there.
Yeah, Kid Frost was there. And I was so good back there with the video camera. And I got this on film. Okay, I got the original guys on film. So the stories connect, dude. And then when I saw the guys walk up, I walk up, and I'm asking some of the students, "Hey man, you know this guy Ray? You guys know Ray?" He said, "Yeah, Ray's right there." I said, "Hey," I said, "Ray." I said, "Hey, I'm the loner out here, dude. I talked to you on the phone." And then after that, we just kind of connected.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
took a picture.
Yeah,
we took a
we took
picture.
a
You were
picture.
with one of your best friends.
I was looking for that pic. I got that picture on my phone.
I'll put it up. I'll put it up on the podcast.
That was
I
it
have
was awesome.
He's got a good memory.
Oh yeah, well this is an impactful memory because it was like, hey, wait a minute, this magazine is coming true, like everything I've seen. Because
that voice you hear is Oscar Ruelas. He's sitting here. He's being in disguise today. He's just chilling back. He's kicking back. But yeah, so who were you with? Alani? Ali.
Actually my best man at my wedding.
Yes.
Let me take this call, man.
Oh, okay.
This is important.
We're gonna pause for a second.
Real quick.
Okay, we're back. Johnny's a busy man. He's always on the phone. He had to take a call. So we're at the show, and oh, by the way, we have Oscar here. He's being quiet. Say hello, Oscar.
Hello. Oh, good morning, should I say.
Right?
I'm here with Phyllis Estrella. Kind of just visiting. Stop by real quick to say hi.
I haven't seen you in about 2 weeks.
That's right, huh?
It's been about 2 weeks.
Usually I get here, I come once a week, every Friday.
Hang out.
Hang out. I think I got tied up last Friday, I believe. I had something to do.
Yes.
Tell you the truth, I don't remember what the heck I did. Old age.
I'm not saying nothing.
But anyway, I'm here to say hi and
Just kicking back,
kicking back, relaxing.
doing his check-in with us.
Yeah, make sure everything's is moving along pretty good, which it is. I'm happy to say. Of course, I haven't heard the first one, but I will.
You
Before
will.
I leave today.
You will. You will.
I want to...
Okay. All right, Johnny. So we're there. We meet, and we finally click.
Right.
Since then,
Right.
we've been best friends since.
Yeah,
30 years.
so that day though he came out. So my mom always told me, she said, "Hey, make sure you take care of your raza." She was always telling me. I was like, okay.
So, but what impact has this Zoot Suit had on you?
Oh, it was. I think
Because I was sitting. I remember a few months ago, I was sitting there, and you told me the story how you were drawing it, and now you're like, oh, now I'm hanging out with you, and we're friends, and it's just. I don't see it like that, man. I just see it as like, man, we're cool.
Oh
We're
yeah.
cool.
No, I mean, even when I was amazed the friendship back then in the beginning, because I would look up to the entire Zoot Suit community and the people that you guys were the people that are actually making this stuff.
Yeah.
That itself was, for me, was like I was like, wow, this is badass. And then for me to become friends was even better after the years, and we could stay connected. And
Well, give a little
I wasn't able.
about Johnny. Johnny's
I
a self-made guy.
Yeah, I finally got to wear a suit. It was the lowrider show here in L.A.
Yes.
Right.
We had like people from all over the country.
Yeah.
And you guys came down, and it was crazy. There was like 50 of us.
Yeah, that was. I was blown away coming from an island and then all of a sudden I'm in.
What lowrider show was that? 96?
90 had to have been 90.
90. I have a picture of all of us
Might have
together.
been 95, 96.
Yes.
Something like that.
Because we're all in front of the trailer
Right.
at the LA Sports Arena and Convention Center.
I got a picture of me in
The convention center?
It was
Convention
the
Center
Coliseum.
it was a Coliseum, dude. It was
a
The
Coliseum.
Coliseum was, I think, yeah.
Yeah, it was the
It was
Coliseum.
Coliseum.
It had to be 95, 96.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And you flew in and you wore your suit.
Yeah.
And there was this,
Yeah, we
like,
were there. Yeah.
there was people from all over the country with us.
Yep. I remember that, man. I was wearing
It
a
was
red
the
suit.
Coliseum.
A burgundy. You were wearing a burgundy suit.
Burgundy suit, yeah.
Yes.
I was walking around like,
No, time ago.
these are real dudes, you know what I mean? But it's like a Raider game kind of way, right?
Right.
That the lowrider shows there, you have your characters, man. But it was awesome, and it was impactful as far as
That's cool.
me
man.
being that and being around it.
And since then, I've noticed that you've always, whenever you do something special in your life, you always wear one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had to. You know what I mean? Even so, when I finally got the opportunity to order some suits, Ray was like, "Hey, man, look." No, actually, so we went to Viva. No, that was
No,
after.
that was after.
Yeah. So I got married in 2010.
And you wanted
And,
we custom made you one.
Yeah, and I finally got to wear it. All my guys from Hawaii, they got to wear one, and we wore it to my wedding, man.
They flew into. You guys all flew from Hawaii to
all
Vegas.
of us, yeah.
And I remember it was like 4th of July weekend.
So yeah, so we had 10 of us. You know, it was 10 people in my court, all the way to my ring bearer, and we were all suited up, and that was nice, man. That was
It was
really
beautiful.
That was
People
beautiful,
thought you were the mob at the Venetian.
Yeah, for sure. Because I was. But yeah, man, it was. I mean, talk about being prideful at that time, and just
That's
walking
cool.
around. It's a pleasure of mine to actually wear the suit and walk around with it with pride, man. That was awesome.
Well, that's great. I'm glad you're here, and you got to be careful because a couple years ago, Johnny was here. It's a funny story, true story. I said, "Hey, Johnny, you want to?" It was around Halloween. He was here, and I said, "Hey, do you want to come and hang out with us? We're gonna be doing a parade." "Oh yeah, I'll go with you." And then we're there.
It was
He
a
says,
setup.
you said I was going to attend the parade, not be in the parade."
This guy got me walking around, and I was like, "Wait a minute, I'm not part of this parade. I thought I was just gonna be cruising in a car and watching the parade." No, he got me inside, holding the banner and everything, right in the
We
front
needed
of
people.
right in the front of the whole Fullerton. I'm like, dude, I'm here for one day.
Do it right.
He got me in right VIP, man.
You showed up.
Right
showed
on
up.
front.
Just
Right
like
up front. Yeah, front row. Here you go.
front row.
Classic, man.
Just like the podcast. I told him about it.
That's
He's
how
like,
you do it.
he's all, "Dude, this is awesome." He's like, "I want to come down and be part of this thing." So what do you know? He took the midnight flight last night, and he's here. Not
Yeah.
only because there's a Raider game this Sunday, and he loves the Raiders, but
Yeah. But this was like once I saw it Vanessa put it out there, and I seen it, I was like, "Hey Ray, man, you gotta put me on the podcast. Man. I got a story to tell. We got stories to tell.
We got a lot of stories.
You
A
know.
lot of stories. 30 years, we have a lot of stories.
Oh, good stories from the first time.
That's what
Me
it
coming
matters.
back
Good
over here.
stories.
Actually, in
What year was
1998, I painted the exterior
painted
of
the
this.
store the first
yeah,
time?
and this was like one of my
First jobs.
first solo mission jobs where
Johnny's
I
a
was,
painter by
by
trade.
trade. Yeah, so I was in Chicago, coming down this way. I'm 4 or 5 years into painting, and then Ray's like, "Can you paint this?" I'm like, I was 22 years old. I could paint whatever. I could backflip off
You
the
were
building.
standing on top of the highest ladder,
Yeah,
painting
yeah,
our,
no
our
problem.
marquee.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
never forget.
Yep, and
Gave my mom a heart attack.
but that's how it was.
But he painted the whole building. You did it in a weekend.
Yeah, it was. I had some other boys help me too, right?
Yes, you did. But you did it on a weekend.
I remember now.
And to this day, he's still painting.
Where's that picture at?
Well, my mom has it.
Oh yeah, I gotta see
we'll
that.
put it
dude.
up.
Yeah, that's
We'll put it
dope,
up.
dude.
That picture up.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
cool.
It was cool, man.
Is she coming?
Yeah, she'll be here right now.
And now, and the meeting all everybody else, like John, and they were impactful too. Fernando, like all the guys, dude. Daniel. I mean, I know I haven't seen them for a bit, but I mean, I remember those were the first like dudes. Like those are the guys that I met, the Pachucos that were just
Yes.
really doing
Yes.
doing it.
Yes.
For almost looks like they were just loving it, having a great time. So I that was cool, man.
Right?
A lot of that growing.
A lot of stories. We see every time we go to Hawaii, Johnny would always come and stay with, or we stay with him, or he'd come to our hotel and hang out with us. So, and I loved Hawaii so much that I started selling to one of their venues over there called Tuxedo Junction. So they bought a ton of suits, and it gave me the opportunity to go hang out with Johnny more. So they had like 2 stores. They bought something like 50 or 100 suits and bought me a ticket and said, "Please come to Hawaii, show us how to measure, and show us how to sell the Zoot suit." We did. And we got to go hang out with all those people.
Oh wow, I remember that.
You remember
Yeah,
that?
I was already. Yeah, that was a
hookup.
good hook. Yeah, we had all kind of hookups, man, for all the boys, and they were hooking up for sure.
That's it. That's how you do it.
Yeah,
That was like
that's
in
it.
'98 or something like
Yeah, yeah, right before the 2000s. hit.
that. That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
But no, thank you, Johnny. Thank you for sharing your story.
All right, brother.
And we'll see you again soon, hopefully. And don't burn up it's going to be 107 this weekend. He's going to the Raider game.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got some surf shorts
I
on.
can handle that.
Yeah.
Yes,
I got white I got white Raider stuff this
Oh,
time.
jeez.
I did it on purpose.
Let's see what we had.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for listening, you guys, and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you. Okay. Guess we are back. We have another special guest here for the El Pachuco Chronicles, and I'm sitting here with my mom, Phyllis. And who do we have here, Mom, today in the lobby? Who's here?
Hi, everybody. Today is September 6th.
Yes.
And we're in the biggest heat wave ever. We're here at work, and who walks in the door but a great friend? He was in one of our El Pachuco Dance companies. I don't think it was the first one I had, but I think it was the second one where Manuel was the choreographer. To my surprise, Victor walked in. Victor was such a good dancer. He never missed a rehearsal ever.
I'll be posting a picture of him from 40 years ago.
Yes, this was 40 years ago. And I have nothing but fond memories of Victor.
And he just came in as a customer. He was buying a belt.
Yes,
And
yes.
You told me to come and help him.
Yes, I did, because he was walking around here while I was talking to somebody else.
You're
And I
talking
said,
to Oscar.
Ray, yes. So
Introduce yourself, Victor.
here you go, Victor.
Hi, my name is Victor Artavia. I'm 65 years old. I started dancing with El Pachuco. I'm going to say that I was 18, 19.
And how did you meet them, or how did you get connected with that?
How do we met? I was introduced to another couple, and they were looking for dancers. And I believe at that time there was probably 20 couples trying out, and they only wanted 6. And that time,
Okay.
and I made it. I made it to dance with El Pachuco. So we were going everywhere. At that time, El
So
Pachuco.
you were 18, but I noticed you were wearing an army hat. Did you join the army after your dance?
I believe Army first, El Pachuco next.
Oh.
So I would think I was in the 1920s, around there, when I
1920s.
No, 19 or
19.
20 years old.
Oh,
19
Not 1920s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Wow.
Because it's been a while, so I got to go back and think.
How old are you now?
65.
65.
65.
45 years.
45 years. Yeah.
And how
Yeah.
long did you dance with the company?
I danced over a year, and every time we go, in those days, we used to get paid, and it was a blessing. Yeah, we used to get paid.
Phyllis is making a face like I don't know what
I-
you're
I
talking
don't
about.
would-
remember paying you. I don't.
No,
I did?
Yeah, it was like $50 every time we go out dancing.
Oh, I don't
Something.
remember.
But in those days, it was $50 like $1,000 in these
Yeah.
days.
A lot of money. $50 a
Yeah,
lot of
so
money back then.
it was a blessing, and I really appreciate the company
Wow.
when I was dancing with. It was
So
good.
today you said you've driven by and you see that we're closed,
Close, yeah.
but you're doing construction down the street.
Yeah, I'm in the construction business. I'm in the structural steel business. And I would drive by here a couple times, and it was closed. So I say I gotta come back on a Friday. So today, there was a what do you call it, a meeting at 11 o'clock this morning. So I said I'm gonna stop by, and I'm glad I stopped by, and I'm here.
Wow. You see, this is why I love this idea of this podcast, because we never know who's gonna walk through the door. Never. And just by luck, you recognized them.
No, I did not recognize him at all. He identified himself and told me who he was. I would have never guessed he was Victor from 40 years ago.
I'll be posting a picture of Victor on our pod. You'll see it of what he looked like back then dancing for us.
Yes.
Wow, that's a great story.
Yeah,
And I heard you never missed
no,
Never missed a rehearsal.
but you made the cut. You made the cut.
I'll make the cut out of. I think it was over 20 couples.
And Victor, weren't you living in Wilmington at that time?
I was living in Carson, close
Carson.
to.
Because I knew you had a drive. You came
Yeah.
the furthest. And he never missed. Always on time. They practiced. And we just had so much fun with him.
Wow, that's awesome. That's a great story.
Yeah,
That's a great
And then
story.
the final, the best part is when we did that big show at the Grand Hotel by Disneyland. That hotel has since been knocked down, and we did a big show. Wasn't
Yeah.
it before New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve?
We actually have that on video.
You have what on video?
That show at the Grand.
No, you don't. We have it on reel to reel.
Oh, really?
Yes, and if I knew how to transfer it, we would see it all over again.
Well, you can give me that. I know how to do it.
Okay. Anyway,
Yes.
I hired a guy to videotape it, and then Manuel made everybody turn the lights off, so we didn't get much of a video, but we do have bits and pieces. We do. Do you remember when we did the Duke of Earl?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that was
yeah,
so neat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you stopped by today.
We went all the way to San Diego to go dance.
I don't remember that. What did
Yeah.
we do in San Diego?
There was a show there. We danced over there.
We did?
Yeah, I remember.
I don't even remember.
And at that time,
What was it like for you to put on the Zoot Suit back then and dance? What was?
I was proud, very proud, and I still want to buy me one. I'm still gonna get me one.
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah,
Whenever you're ready.
that one right there, the pinstripe. That's the one I had.
What happened to your original suit?
I don't know. It probably don't fit me now.
I hope you still have it.
That was 150 pounds. Now I'm 2 something.
Let's not talk about weight.
Because I can't wait to eat.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm just so happy here with Victor. He made my day. He really did. I never expected to see him today when I came to work. That's why I love coming to work every day.
I know. You never know who's gonna walk through the doors.
No,
I always wanted to stop here.
no. Victor's
I
always a
stopped-
pleasure. He's
So
always
you
welcome.
you made the cut for the dance group, and then you became good friends with us.
Yeah,
Wow.
And then we lost contact. Life went on.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I seen El Pachuco, then here, I'm gonna stop by. I brought my son here once.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna say maybe 5, 6 years back.
Because his son did not believe that
Yeah.
his dad was a dancer on stage.
Oh, so you've seen him before? He's
5 years ago?
Yeah,
Yes.
something like that. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
That's a great story.
I'm going to have to put you together with Moses. I understand he's coming down next
Hopefully in
month.
October. Yes.
Remember Moses?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, we'll have to get together and talk about that. That'd
Make
be
sure
a
you got his phone
great.
number.
I do. I have it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
very
call
good.
me
Okay,
and I'll come.
I will.
Anytime.
Okay.
Thank you,
Until the next
Yeah.
time.
Thank you for sharing.
No,
the
I
story,
appreciate it.
And thank you for tuning in to El Pachuco Chronicles. See you guys soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Rock that boogie, 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 rock that boogie.